Hello, hello. My name is Heather Aston, and this is my channel, Trinkets and Treasures. We're doing it this way mostly because I went to bed and couldn't sleep, so I got back up to work on this. And so, we're good. Today we are going to do a bracelet, and several of the items that I'm using are going to be featured in the June 11th live sale straight on this channel. So some of this stuff will not. These bone beads are one of a strand. That's what I call when he's got like one thing left. I don't know why I just did that. One thing left. And so I snagged these, but you will be seeing the natural blue sponge coral, a nice big strand. I've already made a project and pulled some stuff off. I have some blue, oh my goodness gracious, Botswana agate tube. I have one. These won't be in the sale, but he has them. So if you want some, just let me know. And then I have these bone beads, which will be part of the sale, as well as several other strands of these bone beads from Kenya. So that's going to be fun. But, I also have some bead tubing, which I like to put on the strand if I'm using a larger whole bead so that the bead stays more centered instead of like the bottom part not being centered. So I have this. Then I have some beading wire, and I also have some shell Heishi beads. For this, I'm going to come up close and hope it will. So I thought about using these ones, but do you see how they're not as uniform in size and shape? It's just dumped a lot more off my strand, which will make my life more difficult, but that's okay. Anyways, these are more uniform in shape and size and color, so I decided to go with these ones instead. And like I said, a whole bunch of them just flipped off the strand. But I do believe I have another strand of these. Not where you were supposed to go. Up here, should I need it. Like I said, this is like middle of the night, design on a fly sort of thing. I don't even know that I'll get it posted tonight. I'm hoping that I will, and I know I'm a little behind, but I will do my best to get caught up. Okay, so this is a kind of like, I don't want to say boho because it's guys, but we are going to be, let me pull this down a little bit more so you can see better. We're going to do a necklace today, and we're going to do a very like beachy vibe about it. So we need to pull out some soft flex, and I'm going to pull off a good probably 24 inches, even though we won't need that much. I just want to have enough to be on the safe side. As I've explained before, there are people who don't like the waste that some content creators use, but the bottom line is we use a lot of supplies, you guys. We generally test our designs, and if we were to cut off a strand that was too short, we then have to scrap that, depending upon what it is. Of course, part of it could be reused. Like if I only used 14 inches of this, then I could use the rest for a bracelet, whichever way you want to look at it. But in this case, and then we would have to cut another piece. So there's actually more waste involved. So here's what I want to do. I need to grab one of my little clippies. I want to put the Botswana agate on, but it itself has a larger hole. So, sorry guys. So I want to see if the tubing goes through. It does go all the way through, so I'm going to cut right where the bead ends. And then I will put this on my beading wire to help keep the center focus, to keep it centered on the strand is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to put this on. Sorry, we're going to put this on. And then we're going to put the Botswana agate on to the strand. Aren't these blues beautiful? I just love the dusty blues. They're just gorgeous. And then what I think I want to do, guys, I'm not going to use, I don't even know if I'm going to use these now, but I'm going to take the clip off real quick so I can see what it looks like on both sides. Do I want that big? I do not. I may use these down the line, but I'm not going to use them right now. Okay, so we have our beading tube in there. I am going to start with the smaller version. And then again, I'm going to be using a bunch of really little pieces of the bead tubing, which I know is going to get annoying, but I promise you get a better quality stringing by having these in the middle of these wooden beads. So I'm just going to cut a bunch of them real quick. I wish I could do the whole strand with the beading tube, but the shells and the bone beads won't go over it. Their holes are too small. So that's why we're having to do this. Okay, some of them went flying up there. And in my little shell tray, which I'm going to use those because I'll need them, but I want to show you a little trick. I am going to move my trays up so that they are not where my hands are working, in hopes that this stays better, like it realizes where it's supposed to be filming, which is here. Okay, so now that I have the white shell bead on, I am going to put on one of my beading tubes by just snagging it up using the wire. Maybe you all know I'm not good at this. There we go. I'm going to put on one of the beads, the wood beads. Then I'm going to grab another bone bead like so. And do you see how it keeps it more centered? It's not like falling down. Like the bead's not doing that, which is what it would look like without the beading tube. So we put that in. Now, as far as using these Heishi beads, guys, it's a pain to pick them up, especially if you're not good at like picking stuff up off the mat. So this is what I do. I grab about the amount that I want, which in this case is just about an inch. I hold them between my two fingers, and then I go straight down the center. And see how much faster that is? I'm going to measure to make sure that I have an inch, which I don't. So I'm going to grab some more off using my thumb and my forefinger. And then I'm going to strand this back on. Come on, all the way. You can do it. All right, I got all but one. Okay, this should be about an inch now. I might even be over. I could actually put a few more on, which I'm going to do from the tray since there's so few. I would rather save the stuff on the strand so that I can do the clean transfer. If your beading wire is small enough and or what they string it on is small enough, you can also stick the string on down the middle of this and do it that way as well if you have dexterity issues, which I get. I have flipped these beads every which way in the past trying to do this. So then all we're going to do is we're going to go to the next, we're going to do the small bone bead, which I believe these are 5 millimeters, because these are 4 to 5 Heishi beads. So I feel like the bone beads are the same. And then all we're going to do is pull off another inch worth of Heishi beads between our thumb and forefinger. Don't drop your strands so they all fall off like I just did. And then you're just going to slowly put them on and you're good to go. I'm going to measure this to make sure that I have enough. Again, I can add like 4 or 5, which I will do so from the tray. And like I said, I have another strand of these because I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a bracelet or a necklace. So I snagged 2 while I was down there yesterday getting ready for the live sale. So if you see, this is not like, it's not a crazy bracelet or necklace. It's not some like real flashy type anything like that. It's just a very easy beachy necklace, and anybody could wear this. You can also very easily turn it into a bracelet. So guys, while you're doing this, you want to keep your stringing material from the middle of the Heishi beads. You want to keep that shorter because it gives you better control and you're not having to pull them off of the, what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. I apologize, you guys. Damn Durkums only gets worse when I'm not getting sleep, which was the case last night. Okay, let's go through all of those. Oh, I dropped them off. It's okay. I will put them back on. But this is a really easy way because I've heard people say that like they don't like using the Heishi beads. They're annoying to strand, this, that, and the third. And if you do it this way, it makes it much easier, and so it takes less time. But because I'm using the blue Botswana, which is nearly impossible to find, I've only ever found it at Bernie's and in these 2 beads. Oh, goodness gracious, I thought I just flipped that again. No, okay. They did. Hold be careful. Okay, let's see. I need 3 more for an inch. And you guys, you don't even have to go to use these the whole strand. You could do just a couple of sections and then put leather at the end. Put your little loop, put leather on it, and then you're not using as many of the shell beads and it will be that much faster. Okay, guys, I am going to finish stringing this off camera so you don't have to watch me. Some of these videos have been pretty long, and so I'm sure you will welcome a short one. Plus, I think I hear Steve getting up, and the dogs are probably going to bark. So I will be back as soon as this is all strung up. Okay, guys, as you can see from my mat, things didn't go quite as smoothly as I would have liked them to, but that's okay. I want to be authentic and show you guys what's going on. Now, typically, I would use silver to finish this off, but my silver easy crimps haven't gotten here yet, and I want to show you guys what those are because I've talked about them. Now, these are much smaller than the silver ones I've bought in the past. Oh, they're in a little baggie inside a little package. That needs to be cut open. I don't understand the point of all this. Anyways, as I said, these are not cheap, you guys. for 10 of them, I think they were like $6 or something. So, I'm going to get 5 bracelets out of it, 5 pieces of jewelry. So this is what an easy crimp looks like. All I'm going to do is thread the end of my beading wire into that, squish it, and it's good to go. That easy. The silver ones are larger, or I'm sure there are gold ones, the larger size too. But they have big enough holes on the end that I don't even stick a jump ring through that hoop. I just use it as the loop to put my lobster clasp in. And also the other one, the way it works, you can see the cord come out the top if you put it too far down the strand of beading wire, but this isn't the case. And then all you have to do is find some pliers on your messy desk. Oh wait, that's me. You're gonna make, so you see how it sticks out at the very top right there? I hope you can. If this was the larger silver one, it would also go up into the loop. So I always pull mine a little back. And because I didn't use gold beading wire, because I don't have any soft flex gold beading wire, well, I'm just going to pull that. Not that anybody would be looking that closely. Well, I don't know. Then you're just going to take your pliers and squeeze. Take your pliers. Oh, come on, be good. These gold ones are, I know that they're, I will tell you the silver ones crimp much easier than this. And they're bigger too. So, but that is on there and it is going nowhere. So then all we have to do is move everything down. And gold goes with this too. I'm not trying to say that gold wouldn't go through this. It would be beautiful. If you didn't like the bone beads, you could put a silver or gold bead on either side and it would look stunning. If you wanted to use the black buffalo horn, stunning. I just decided to use the wood beads. I like the texture of them. They're a more natural product. So that's why we went with that. Now, this is the only tricky part. You would need to cut the wire long enough to put the easy crimp on, but not so long that it's too long. Oh, I don't know why my dogs are barking. Oh, don't do that, Heather. Oh, I might have trimmed it too short. If so, I will just take a couple of shell beads off. Not a lot, just enough. There we go. I'm going to put a couple of these back on. I will quiet them up and be right back. Okay, so I was able to get a hold of it and get most of the beads back on. I might put one more back on before I put the buffalo horn on or the bone bead on. Sorry. I want it to be like the same on the other side. I know people aren't going to like be pulling out rulers on the back of somebody's neck, but I have a feeling most of you would do the same thing. So, or would want to do the same thing. Then I'm going to put the easy crimp on, the beading wire. Come on, please go on easily. I don't want to lose my beads at the end. Oh, goodness gracious. That one is not going on. So I'm going to grab a different one. This is the only thing. The second one is always harder than the first because, again, it's just tedious the way you have to hold it and everything else. So once I get that on, oh my goodness. Only because I'm on camera, right? No, it can be. This is the tedious part of using these. Now, these are probably meant for more like the fine sized wire than what I'm using, which is the medium. Okay, there we go. Going to come down, squish, go up a little bit, squish again. Just, I wouldn't recommend going above the coils at the bottom, guys. I would, or at the top, like closer up here. I wouldn't worry about those coils as much. I just need to get the very end of this print. There we go. There we go. And it's on. And then all we're going to do now is retie this beading string so the shells don't go everywhere. They still might, knowing my hand issues right now, but I'm going to try. Okay. All of this is stuff from the shells. So it's just a lot of layers of sea sediment. Oh my goodness. That one has my wampum shell stuff in it. I can't open it on camera because if I broke any of the little turtle flippers, I'm going to be sad. Okay, you guys don't care if I clean off my mat or not. Okay, so there we go. Now all we need, I need my gold findings box because I thought I was using silver, so I didn't have the gold findings box out. Are you serious right now, Heather? Hold on one second. All right, guys, I found some. We are going to use 2 4mm gold oval jump rings, as well as this 18 karat gold plated clasp. So to put those on, I just need 2 pairs of my pliers real quick. We're going to grab the jump ring. We're going to open it like a gate. This way, not this way. I personally do not like opening jump rings anymore than is absolutely necessary, because even though that's safer as for like it doesn't weaken the metal, it is eventually going to weaken the metal. What I was just doing, guys, is sometimes I feel like the oval jump rings don't get a good enough closure because these are coming up at a peak like this. So when I see that, you'll see it's not like hugely noticeable, especially not in this way, but it's not rounded right there. You see, if you see how it just barely goes up in the middle there, that's what I don't like. Now, normally I do this after I put them on, but as this is the one for my clasp, I need to put it on before or the clasp business will be in the way. There we go. Just a little squish down. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but doesn't that look more close to you? It does to me. So that's what I do. It's not easy. You want to use good chain nose pliers to do so. Otherwise, you're just going to send your jump ring flying. We're going to go ahead and put our clasp on first. I like to put the clasp on first before I put the necklace on first, because it's the necklace that's heavier that will be the thing that causes it to fall out of your hand, though it shouldn't. Okay, guys. Get that all nice and closed. Got the little click sound that we all like to hear. And you guys, this comes out to about a 19-inch necklace. It might be longer now that we added the clasp, but there we go, guys. I know several women in my life that wear this. My baby sister Elizabeth would wear this. Some friends of mine would wear this. It is beautiful. This shell is just stunning. I love using it. These wood beads from Africa are amazing. The bone beads from Kenya are amazing. So, if you like everything you see here, please let me know. And please come check us out tomorrow night, June 11th at 6:15 Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to go try to get some sleep real quick. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. And as always, happy beading.